Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead and another What We Eat for Dinner in a Week. In these videos, I show you how I combine inexpensive all-day groceries with food that we are blessed with from the food pantry to make hopefully well-balanced, delicious meals. As a family, we generally eat low-carb because my husband and I have to for health reasons. And as the sole cook in the house, it is just easier for me to make one meal than to try to be a short-order cook. But you will see variations to that as we go, and I will explain as we go on those. I will fill you in on a couple of things from last week. The husband is feeling much better after having strep throat. He said his throat is feeling probably, 75% better today, just because of the antibiotics. Thank you guys all for your amazing suggestions on, 1, how to prevent anybody else from getting it, 2, signs and symptoms to watch for in everybody, and then 3, how to treat it and help the sore throat. All of it was very, very helpful so far. Nobody else has it. So we're hoping it stays that way. He is officially 48 hours into taking antibiotics, which is when they say you are no longer contagious. I'm still not kissing him. I've told him I'm going to wait longer because I want to make sure, because if I get it, then I know everybody's going to get it because everybody's always up in my face. So, yeah, but luckily so far everybody's doing okay. And if somebody else gets it, then it's a trip to the walk-in clinic and we take care of it, and it's not the end of the world. But everybody else that was sick is on the mend just from colds and whatnot. So this week is hyper cold here in the Midwest. Like highs in the max of in the teens, wind chills overnight, like into the negative 20. So it's been a fun few days already. We've done some science experiments outside. We spent quite a bit of time last week getting chickens and kitty cats ready for it, all of that. And then today, so far, a catapult has been built inside of our house. And I knit a good chunk of a sweater. And my oldest son is behind me in the kitchen right now whittling. So we are finding things to do, even though we're stuck inside. So, yeah. All right, let's jump in. It is Monday night, and tonight we are having, I wish there was some other name for this, crack chicken. I just don't like the name of it. I don't like the association with drugs. Anywho, so it was 3 large chicken breasts that I put in the crock pot, and you put a packet of ranch seasoning and then some chicken broth. And I just used water because I didn't have chicken broth. You cook that on low for 4 hours or high. No. Yeah. I did it for low for 4 hours. And it shreds up beautifully. You do not drain it. You leave the liquid in there. And then you add a 8-ounce block of cream cheese, half a cup of shredded cheddar cheese, and then some bacon, whether you cook the bacon or I just use store-bought bacon bits. And then you just kind of leave it on low for another 10 minutes or so until everything is melted. It's delicious. It's obviously not like, oh my gosh, this is the healthiest thing I've ever eaten food. But, yeah. So how we will serve this is for those who can have noodles. This is the red lentil pasta. We will put that in the bottom of the bowl. Then broccoli with the chicken on top of it. For my husband and I, we will just do the broccoli with the chicken on top. No big deal. You could also totally do like zoodles. You could totally leave the noodles out if you don't need them, or if you don't need to bulk it up. I was trying to make it go a little bit further. You could serve this over rice. There was a lady that said her family calls it cracker chicken because they serve it with crackers. So there's a lot of options on how to serve this. I honestly think you could even just do this by itself. And, like if you're just skipping the veg, say you're doing keto and you have limited carbs for the day, just skip the broccoli. But I like it with the broccoli. So that's what we're doing. So that is Monday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Tuesday night, and I kind of wanted a quick and easy dinner for tonight. So I took 2 cans of this pork with juices. It does not sound appetizing, and frankly, when you open it up, it doesn't look appetizing either. This is the way that I have found to fix it that makes it the most appetizing. So the thing is that it's just pork. Like, it's pork and salt. It's extremely nice, clean ingredients for what it is. So I put the can, including the juices, all of that in here and just warm it up, and then I drain the juices off. And then to serve this, we will serve it like barbecue pulled pork, and I will just put barbecue sauce on each individual serving. I don't put it on like in the pan because this allows me to tailor the barbecue sauce to like less for my little one that thinks barbecue sauce is a little spicy, and less for me because of carb content, and more for everybody else kind of thing. With that, I just did a can of baked beans, super quick and easy, and I did drain off some of the liquid. Why does it always have so much liquid in it? I just find that it makes a mess on the plate. And some sweet potato fries. We got sweet potatoes from the food pantry today, and they needed used, so I went ahead and used up. That's actually just 2 sweet potatoes. They were huge. For me, because I won't do the baked beans at all, I will probably do a couple of the sweet potatoes because I love sweet potatoes. But I am going to air fry me some zucchini fries to go with mine, and I just won't have a second side, and that's totally fine because I will probably end up eating an entire small zucchini. So that's enough vegetable for me. So that is a nice, quick and easy throw it together Tuesday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Wednesday night, and tonight the kids are having breakfast for dinner. So we have eggs. These are not our eggs. We have gotten exactly 0 eggs in like 5-6 days now, probably because of this cold. They're just like, we're not laying anything. So we got a dozen eggs from the food pantry the other day. So that's what these are. I did zhuzh them up with a little bit of cheese because my kids are not big fans of store-bought eggs. They just don't taste as good. With that, we have sausage from Aldi. This is the Italian style flavor, and everybody really liked it. So hopefully if they carry it again, then we'll just pick it up again. It's not spicy at all. The other one is like ever so slightly spicy for the little one. So I cook the sausage patties in the cast iron skillet, and then cook the eggs in the pan with the grease from the sausage patties so that they taste good as well. And then we have apple fritter or apple, what were those? Not apple fritters. What were they called? Apple turnovers. Sorry, I had to look at the box. So I just cut each one in half. And so the kids are getting a half of one, and then there's enough for everybody to come back and get another one as well. So that's how I usually do dinner, is I will make decent sized plates, but then I always leave it open if they want to come back and get more. So that way, I don't know, I grew up with the clean plate club kind of thing, and I feel like that can cause some eating issues for people. So I lean more toward I give them a smaller amount of food, a reasonable amount that they can finish. If they don't eat it all, fine. If they do eat it all and they're still hungry, then they can come back and get seconds. After they have gotten seconds, if they are still hungry, then they can come back and get a meat stick, a cheese stick, spoonful of peanut butter, a hard-boiled egg if I've got them, squeezy pouch, popsicle. That's how that works, is that if they're still hungry after they have eaten leftovers, they have to eat some leftovers first, then they can come back and get more. So that's why that's out, is in case anybody wants some extras. So for me, I don't want breakfast for dinner. I have not eaten breakfast in I don't know how long. I usually fast through breakfast, but I still don't want breakfast. So I think I'm probably going to cook a couple of burger patties and saute up some zucchini and call that good, because that sounds good. So, yeah. All right, my kids are raring and ready to get this. So, that is Wednesday night's dinner. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Thursday night, and tonight I wanted to get some of that lunch meat that we got earlier this week used up. I'm afraid it's going to go bad before we can get it all eaten because it was a lot. We've put a dent in it with lunches the last few days, but yeah, just wanted to get more of it used. So I had a pack of the, they're kind of like brown rolls from, I think, Texas Roadhouse sells them. I don't know. I haven't been out to eat in I don't know how long. Anyway, some like rolls, kind of like the Hawaiian rolls, but they're brown bread instead. So I cut them open like this and then stuffed them with some of the ham and some of the beef and cheese inside of there. And then I also had a little bit of room in the bottom of the pan. So I just grabbed out 3 like plain old dinner rolls out of the freezer that I had as well and did those just because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. On top of that, you melt a whole stick of butter, about 2 tablespoons of mustard, probably a tablespoon or so of minced onion, and then some garlic powder. I think you're supposed to put like wash your sister sauce in it, but I didn't do that. Oops. And then you pour that on the top and then you bake it. I did 400 for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes until the way I always check it is to make sure that the center sandwich's cheese is melted because that means that they're heated all the way through. So my kids absolutely love these, so they are all excited to have those. With that, I went with some simple sides. This is a quart of homegrown potatoes, and I just drained those and put them in the air fryer. Sprayed them with cooking spray, sprinkled it with a little bit of seasoned salt, and the kids will dip them in ketchup. I air fried them 400 for about 20 minutes, pretty much just to get them hot and then kind of to crisp the skin up a little bit. And then we're going to do some sliced apple. I was trying to come up with some other vegetable to put with this, and I just couldn't think of any same thing, so that's what I did. For me, because I won't be eating the sandwiches or either one of those, we still have some more of the cracked chicken left over from Monday. There's some other leftovers in the refrigerator. That's probably what I'm going to do. I don't have much of an appetite tonight, so I'm still dealing with unexplained nausea that I'm working with my doctor to find the cause of. We're figuring it out, but yeah, it still rears its ugly little head every once in a while. So it unfortunately makes me have no appetite to eat, but I eat because I have to. So yeah, I'll figure something out. But that is Thursday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Friday night, and Friday night at our house means pizza night. Sometimes that's store-bought, sometimes that's homemade. It is pretty much never takeout because we live too far out in the country for takeout to be delivered to us. And by the time we would order it, drive into town, pick it up, and bring it home, I can make a whole lot of frozen pizzas or even from scratch pizzas for way less, so we just don't do it. Like I can probably count maybe twice in the last 2 years that we have done that. So tonight is sort of homemade, sort of food pantry pizza. This is the 2 things of pre-made refrigerated pizza dough that we picked up from the food pantry earlier this week. And it was supposed to make 2 14-inch pizzas. But I decided I was going to do cast iron skillet pizza, which I have not done in a long time. Like to the point where my 6-year-old was like, "What are you doing?" Because I think these are 12-inch skillets. I don't know. I never remember. But I knew that like interior wise, they were smaller than 14 inches. So I decided to split it between 3 pans, and that made perfect size pizza. So, you know, if you get those pre-made pizza doughs. So the way that you do this is you oil the bottom of your pan pretty well. I just use olive oil, and then you press the pizza dough into it and kind of press it up the sides a little bit. Put the toppings on and then bake it at 400 for 20 to 25 minutes. I think some of these could have gone maybe just a little bit longer. They didn't get super browned on the bottom, but they'll do. And it's 7 o'clock, so my kids are hungry and ready to eat. And I am too. So I did 1 pepperoni, 1 bacon, and 1 plain cheese. That's just what I had on hand. Normally I would do like a Hawaiian or like a barbecue chicken, but I just didn't have the stuff on hand to do that, so we make do with what we've got. With that, the kids are going to have, sorry, they are cabin fever. We got snow today and it's really nasty cold out, so they have all been trapped inside for like the last 2 weeks because of the cold. So with that, they are going to have salad with just simple toppings, that kind of thing. Tonight is also the one night a week that we do dessert, and we have all kinds of stuff. There's still some of the ice cream sandwiches. There's that lava cake. What else did we get? I don't even remember. I know there's a bunch of different random things. So I will just pull out whatever I have on hand, lay it on the kitchen counter, and then let the kids pick whichever dessert they choose. For me, for dinner, I am going to use some of the lunch meat. I've got an avocado, and I'm going to make just kind of a throw it together salad, kind of like we do for big salads. I've got French fried onions, raisins, some bacon bits. Yeah, I'm just going to throw together just kind of a simple salad because that sounds delicious. And then I probably won't do dessert at all tonight. I just have had no craving for sweets here lately for whatever reason. If I do, I'm probably just going to eat like a couple pieces of dark chocolate from Aldi. So yeah, think that's everything. All right, that is Friday nights. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Saturday night, and Saturday night I usually make a big meal so that we have leftovers. So tonight was interesting. I did a Mississippi pot roast out of one of the deer roasts from deer that my husband got this fall. It smells amazing. So everybody's kind of excited to try that. With that, we have, this was one of the frozen mashed potatoes that we got from the food pantry. It was a little runny, so I just added in just a little bit of mashed potato flakes, like the instant mashed potato flakes, and it thickened right up and it tastes really good. For me and my husband, if he decides to eat this, he's not been behaving himself on his low carb stuff, so we'll see. I did some mashed cauliflower as a mashed potato substitute, and I will definitely be having the meat on top of that because that sounds delicious. I also did, this is several onions, like just small ones. I would say probably maybe 8 onions. I just quartered them and put them in this dish and added in some olive oil and herbs. Nothing else. And then I put foil on the top and baked it for about an hour. And it kind of makes its own like sauce. This is delicious. It's a great way of using up onions if you get a bunch of onions from food pantry or something like that. And onions can be really cheap, inexpensive side dish. So really great way of using those. Super simple. I do need to add some salt to that. I just realized I never did that. We were supposed to have spaghetti squash with dinner, and I made a total rookie mistake. I put them in a glass 9x13-inch pan upside down with water in them to steam, and they were taking longer than I would have liked, and I realized that they were out of water, and stupid me, I mean 100%, I will own up to this. I poured cold water into the pan to add more water in without even thinking about it, and it shattered in my oven. I haven't cleaned it up yet because I was waiting for the oven to cool off. Yeah. Dumb. I have not done that. Something that dumb in a long time. Cooking wise. Other things for sure. So I really quickly opened up a quart of home canned green beans and a can of regular green beans, like store-bought green beans, and threw them in the air fryer with some seasoned salt and oil on them, and that's going to make a fine other side. I was super sad to lose the spaghetti squash. I'm just not taking the risk of the glass shards in my food. So luckily the onions was the only other thing that was in the oven, and it had the foil still on it, so I wasn't worried about anything having gotten in it, but it exploded. Hangs head in shame, sticks tail between legs, the whole 9 yards. I cannot believe I did that. I was just so scatterbrained. It's been a long day kind of thing. I'm tired, and yeah, rookie mistake for someone who's been cooking for 30 years. Anyway, so that is Saturday night's dinner. Tomorrow, when we get home from church, I will pull out all of the leftovers. Anything in the refrigerator leftover wise, which is part of the reason why I make a big meal on Saturday. I pull it all out, let the kids make their own plates, help the little ones make theirs. They get to pick whatever they want. And we just microwave plates and have that for lunch. We usually don't get home from church until like 1:30 a lot of times. So, yeah, we need a quick and easy lunch. That also is a great way of getting leftovers used up because I hate food waste. You know, like that spaghetti squash that's sitting in my compost bucket right now. I am going to give it to the chickens. I rinsed it off really well. So I am going to give it to the chickens. I doubt that there is any glass in there because there was not little glass shards. It was all big, but you know. So yeah, then tomorrow evening, I will pull out charcuterie board things. So dried fruits, cured meats, cheese, crackers, pickles, chocolate, anything that you would normally put on a charcuterie board. I pull out on Sunday evening and once again, I let the kids pick and choose whatever they want. And on that day, I even bust out paper plates. And that makes for a day of me not cooking. On Sundays, I really try to honor the Sabbath and take the day off. I don't cook or clean or do laundry or anything like that. Today is always a busy day. All the laundry folded and all the house mopped and swept and cleaned and picked up and all that kind of stuff happens on Saturday so that I get to take Sunday off. And I so deeply need that. So that is Saturday night's messed up dinner and our week of meals. I will post any relevant recipes in the show notes. If you have any questions about anything that I have made, just ask and I will be glad to walk you through it. But yeah, all right. Thank you so much for watching this, me and all my flaws. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.